Florida has more jobs than New York for the first time ever. Here's why. Hey, Sep Niakan here, founding broker of Blackbook Properties and condoblackbook.com. Today I've got something on my mind I want to share with you about a recent news article I saw. It really caught my attention because it highlighted how Florida just surpassed New York for the first time ever in a key statistic. Days of Florida being a retirement haven for the old or God's waiting room seems to be over. Florida now has more jobs than New York for the first time ever. COVID and work from home have pushed Florida to have 2,000 more jobs than New York for the first time ever. According to the article, we recently beat New York as the most jobs of any state, a first since the Bureau began to report these numbers back in 1982. More than 64,500 New Yorkers left for Florida last year, and I think they're in my neighborhood. And, right, that's funny, right? Anyway, Craig Studnicki of ISG, which is a local brokerage focused on new developments, says, quote, "We're attracting businesses and young people to come from all over the country because of our low taxes and warm weather. But it's not just young people. Florida has had the most new businesses formed of any other state for both 2021 and 2022. We're talking more than 1.7 million new businesses since January 2020, and more than a third of those in 2022 alone." Now let's talk about who does this state appeal to? A great example is Ken Griffin, the billionaire, well-known Chicagoan, who reported recently that he's going to locate the headquarters of his $50 billion company called to Miami. But not just that, he's building an entire super tall tower here. He's bringing his entire operation here, everything he's doing, and all his employees. It just goes to show you the kind of people that Miami and South Florida are attracting. Some other thoughts: New Yorkers and other big city dwellers love condos, and for the money, they get some really extraordinary options and variety here in South Florida, especially waterfront ones. Sure, you get waterfront in other cities as well, but it's a whole different ballgame here, from very affordable ones to the most extraordinary condo options you can imagine, all happening right here, both existing and in pre-construction. Now, guys, I love New York. As far as New York goes, I went there during Thanksgiving just this past year and had an amazing time with my wife and two young kids. I felt safe. I rode the subway. I watched early morning World Cup games. Why they have the World Cup in late fall when it's cold, I don't know, but that's a whole other topic. Look, New York is a special place. It always will be. I think a lot of people left New York because of the way they handled the pandemic, some safety and crime issues that reared their head in the past couple of years, higher taxes, of course, the cold. But I think what really sealed the deal for making New Yorkers and other big city dwellers permanent residents of South Florida is that after a while they looked around and they saw a lot of their other friends and family members and colleagues having moved here. And all of a sudden, South Florida really feels like home for them. I mean, home is where your friends and family are. It's where your work is. It's where you can go outside and enjoy the weather. And so where all these other cities are wonderful, and a lot of people can consider those cities their home, they now have an official permanent home here in South Florida as well. I think people are waking up and realizing they really truly have roots here, and they're here to stay. I'm curious what you think about the topic. Have you recently moved to Florida from the East Coast or maybe another big city? Let us know. And as always, if you need expert real estate advice or are actively looking for properties in South Florida, my team and I are here to help. Don't hesitate to give us a call so we can find you an awesome property. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.